you for.
Greetings, fellow Ambazonians. I bring una revolutionary greetings. Na Capo Daniel. This one na my biography. I don't see the AGC people them via Bacho. They don't go write on long book about my life, Capo Daniel. They share them online, full of lies. Each time you don't see say your only way if you attack or criticize somebody, now for use lies, especially when you know the truth, it shows you be on the losing side. Liars are the devils. As the Bible talk, the devil is the liar. The truth shall always prevail. So I will take this time for tell una my biography and the story of my life and a little bit about my family background. This is very important because una for ground zero, una need to know the people them way they stand, they talk on behalf of una and where they fight to represent una. But before I go talk about my background, now two things they I want to talk about and I hope make this audio not overlong. The one thing na say, one of the thing where the key we Ambazonia, na psychological barrier them, primitivity, illiteracy, and envy. One of our for instance, Kumbawe dan talk for me say why John Ba Okoro be very active for social media. And we are the talk and I tell you say John Ba Okoro, he suffer for this very illness where he plague with Ambazonia. He always try to compare his views with me. But he do one outing a week. Me, I do one outing every single day. So there is no competition. But for ye, if he no attack me or if he say people that listen for me, I get more influence than he always discourage ye. So if he no can stand crush me, like how it one stand for can crush me. Last time, people then shout for a head, he go hide the head. It did just feel discouraged because was struggle na say would I begin the things about popularity, about fame. So when somebody do work hard for a struggle, the first thing where people they see them say, hey, it become famous. So another person where in the shine passy, instead for begin encourage you and they do your own thing, he go the try now for bring you down. So now only one man, when one man they be prominent, the other one the way they do the same thing. Instead for them for their compliment or for a company, they do their own things them, they go feel discouraged. We need to overcome those things, understand say we need to learn the importance of collective interest in everybody who they do them. No say some one person feel be better than you, but if you continue to do your own thing, even this the compliment or supplements the person way each separate to do your own thing. So now some of the problem that will get them for this struggle. When one activist they be prominent, all the rest one they go become an enemy because they just be jealous. So these are very primitive things the way they hold it back. The second thing now about collective interest. When I be the year out to the grow up, we be the learn this two they call them Ben de Bois or they call them na Robin Hood. Man way he be the go cash people then thief, rich people that have money can't give them for poor people them. Now say a liberator supposed to be person when a freedom fighter, now the spirit that we get you supposed to get them. But for we for Ambazonia, we own na say now instead we the go thief money, can't she don't chop them. Most of the leaders they will answer them. Was soldier they do the same thing. They go kidnap people, then hold people them by force, take money, go to be house them for Nigeria. They enjoy their life them. Instead for begin take money, they buy weapon them for fight. They take money now for their own interest. The one way they come for fight now just say na addition. Real fighter the way they don't fight for this struggle, real liberator, they be self-sacrifice. They need to ask money for go fight. They fight money they just come now as an addition. So we need for wise up and we know these things them. Now why that way? People they need to just criticize because they get some point for criticize, but usually they attack now for try for bring down one another. And be unfortunately, so we see these things that they go on. Those who they keep on writing all these things, they make up stories about me, Capo Daniel. Nobody say they don't see anything where they do and where it be wrong. Because if I be the do something, it be wrong, they for feel challenge them intellectually. And I just this primitive instinct them. I be incorruptible. I be a liberator, and that is my nature. I will tell now my life story. I be born for Boya General Hospital for bed 15. My papa be been a senior civil servant for inside P&T. Now for day be the work for Boya before then transfer we come up for Boya come for Bamenda where I grew for inside Nkwen my two for Nkwen na for place that where I grew up there. I grew up going for primary school for CS Bailey for place where it build up a lot of my character. When una the hear this thing say whole grass chop fire. Na think then that way na talk then that way our generation be start them for play for grass them for inside Bailey field. Two very interesting story I'll share about my primary school life. One, na say if you don't go for CS Bailey, you will not see some strong head boy be there with the koi swing. Swing will be no say of a strong head because if and it be of a strong because it go for graveyard, go move the people their flower they became play with and so we just believe say of a strong. Each time picking they play football, swing they just come, 6 people their ball take and go. But I became realize and say one day, if he sees ball a holy, he won't come off my hand, he no be fit come out easily. So I believe say swing he no be over strong, not just the impression. So I decide for challenge swing, we can see a ball. I get inside fight and naggy, as people did one can talk say, hey, fight the come out between swing here and Emma Bobo, because they be calling Emma Bobo as they grow up. Because I'll be fine. I said then the one talk say fight the come out between Emma Bobo and swing talk say no, they do not fly machine because it be the shame say Capo Daniel around BT for that small age. So the first lesson what I be learning na say we not just follow impression because the impression for swing na say it be bigger than life, it be mysterious, it be like our own Mark Twain or Oliver Twist. As I begin famous, I be challenge swing. My friend they carry me say I go fight on girl. Say girl be being a big bully, we be the disturb we over for class 5 for Bailey. As then drag me I go fight this girl. I be believe say they talk for what for the street we been and say get their belly they ever strong past boy their own because they no get belly muscle. So if you want fight with girl, just box if a belly na order the girl, he go cry. As then drag me I go beat this fat girl, BB girl. I just go stand gunflare. I no be fit turn back for talk say that girl over big for me. And knock and one time for belly na for day way. I know say kaki no be being a later. That girl beat the hell out of me. And I begin question how if you want fight person. No be just palava impression, but ngum. Dewe na ngum. I finish my primary school for Bailey. I go for BHS Mancon. This Baptist boarding school with the corner palace for Mancon. Then after that I go from 1, from 2, from 3. The first time as I enter for BHS Mancon, the principal, I realize and say, he be the exploit picking them, the house get them. He be the carry wa school picking them, talk me get them, go carry water. Can put them for a woman, meet and cook chop day. I will be the wake up like 5 o'clock for boarding school for go wash inside very cool water before one go school. And I believe say it will be unfair and it will be an exploitation. So me and my friend, my best friend, my bong mate friend, his name will be na Chineduzi Vitalis. I will be also a class prefect during that early age then for inside even though my small skin, I will be a class prefect because I will be a leader. So I will decide to take that case. We'll go for that principal office. I go talk with my friend. We'll go talk for principal. Say this, so one can give you information. Say this, so that girl the peaceful water before they can get for a woman the cook chop because we want to look for way to stop that exploitation. The principal, he be one give me snake beatings. He beat me very well, beat my friend very well, but he hide the story because I don't know, somehow if you say maybe if the story go picking the go feasting at the best way that for use them, me teacher they need to exploit boarding school picking the way they don't pay all that big money. But that one it be stop that practice way it be the doer. I be a very good student and not I know it be the first student, I know it be one of the top first for our class, but I be very, very brilliant student as well for inside BHS and they be enough for dismiss me for Form 3. Because we be the broke bounce jump school for time when a time for go joker for good get fun for fun of Mancon i palace I be get friend the way of palace speaking of fun in Mancon for palace of Mancon. I be very used to that palace and for Nangwafo, a person who I know growing up around there for that house plenty time, including even John Good Foncha who we used to go for a compound go chum guava. I be very used to people where they work for a compound. I be used to see the talk with a very mysterious character. I would want to say now this way they always get bodyguard them for the things where I grow up as a young man. For BHS, the one can dismiss me. We will be seen how they exploit picking them. they always give plenty pikin them punishment, me them go clear grass. No be because say the pikin they be do anything wrong, but na simply because the school no be get work at them for clear grass. So they punish pikin the way they pay that excessive school fees. So I be decide me and my friend for go right later put them for principal house, so we go burn our bakery for school. They become last discover them and say then dismiss me for Form 3 because I be take on that challenge for fight against that thing with the school authority they be do am. Now just my nature. And dismiss me, then put me, my parents, and bring me for GBHS Bamenda downtown for Form 4 and Form 5. I come for day they be make me class prefect, even though na day school way, na for day way all the gorilla them for inside Bamenda they will make me class prefect for day. I be do very well, get a lot of very good friends them for day. Pass my GCE very well with 8 papers. I come out for day. I enter for St. Paul's College for lower seat, where I be number 1 for geography. First problem where I get for St. Paul, and I say the girlfriend the way I be the follow and for the priest too, Father Joseph Bokima be the follow the same girl them. So I start get problem if for begin argue about Bible for inside Bible class, then drive me for Bible class. While teacher the way they be teach me science and for inside for A4 I be study A4 for lower seat. They be the over beat picking them who decide to stop and me and my friend they call it Charles for St. Paul. Who go buy rotten egg them, go to him for that teacher that write note keep and for they say me they not ever touch picking for class. Otherwise we will fight them. We'll be doing so sacredly. Some person go bust my eye, now so then take them, dismiss me for St. Paul. Urgently, then go register me for PHS Mancon when after they will get my advanced level in flying colors with A4. I come up for the Abuango study me na my science, but because my papa na person way, if he do politics, the first thing for my papa in life, na the issue for like news. I see how it transform my papa because na man way be love village, love his family. Time way all man for our village die, the Cameroon government they be they try to get the document them for the people the way they become visit that scientists they become visit like news. So in struggling to do that and for quench this conspiracy the way be the come out about what it really happened, they arrest my papa with a lot of elite them for our village. Cameroon government bomb a lot of houses them for day. Now for day I start be up my eyes start open about government cover-ups and all those type of things them. Time way SDF will be start, my papa will be one of those people the way they be stand for Frundi corner throughout. And the first person where they be Kili, that way they launch SDF for 1990 for May. I think May 26, 1990, it will be now our elder brother way they be adopted for village. Bring him, he grew up with for house, they call it Chewy. He'll be the first person for stand for line when they be the march for SDF, for go for Commercial Avenue. He hold gun for Gendarme hand. Frundi be then give them Odeshi. He hold gun for Gendarme hand, one sees our hand, they shoot if a belly intestine come out, na say die. Papa he work for Frundi SDF like Nyankundu. Time way they be launch SDF, they be catch my papa lock him. Say he born, he move Paul BI picture for his office, he throw him. They make all type of fixed charges them so they can go early retirement. But he worked so hard for SDF becoming SDF mayor for inside Boom for Fonfuka when I'm at the village where I come out. A very noble man for the people. As this struggle is start with the insecurity them, my papa and my mommy then decide to come out for inside country, then go for Canada. But not be my way if he stay out of country. He say better me go back for our country for our land. As he enter La Republic, they ran catchy several times. Naki will gone for a head. For cases the way I have children know. Now why they see these people they let devil them. For today for the come off for one attack, even same people that made they attack my family, where they know very well the sacrifice and the suffering with my family they don't go through because of this struggle. When the ADF they be catch Mrs. Munde, when a person where I grew up for a hand and my mommy then that for quarter. Because Miss Munde, their first house they only opposite our house. I grew up now instead of mommy hand. Tawe then catchy. Now me I will be the one for Georgie on behalf of Ambazonia. When I feel imagine the sacrifice they would do. Now my mommy that so bad I stand for a head for defend our national interests. And Cameroon if he start attack our house then she should go on there for our compound. But boss moto them for our compound. The rest na history. My mommy even cut off communication. My family even moved me sometimes for our family group, chat group them because of my stand for Ambazonia. At one time when Mark Barata tried to set me up when I only this was jealousy amongst we activists them. with Sako say na me I be call UN, me them deny me Sako no go for UN. In a fake story at that time where Sako be lie say United Nations they don't invite you. During that time, my mommy be there for inside Canada. They say if you not left this struggle, Capo Daniel, I go disown you. From that period, we and my family will basically cut off communication and anything concerning politics. For my first year for the University of Nchang, as I enter for University of Nchang, for Nkelen Quarter for Nchang, for all my way down go University of Nchang, the first thing I be discovered and I say, for law and political science, I be enter for day. I be meet up people the way they ran there for Nchang for 5 years, 7 years, they no fit graduate because so 90% of lecturer they be been a francophone them. As I be enter Nchang, the first night where I did for Nchang, we drink me from Nkelen. People they talk this story about how they discriminate, they don't get enough francophone anglophone teacher them. I gather my friend and 4 of us, we put table for in front Chang, we start shout, call all mommy, all man come. So we no go allow this discrimination. They be talk say this school na bilingual school. How come 90% of the teacher them na francophone them? Tomorrow there will be no school. We go block school from the first day we school supposed to start from Chang. We block the campus. The school be riot. Jandan and come. All my friends for Bamenda they run go left. Only me one for day. Jandan them last follow can't catch me. Beat me very well. But at the end of the day, Atangana Mebara we be been at the head for higher education. He become from Chang. He can say one get meeting with the student the way they be lead the protest. They be torture me. They ask and say you been at SCNC. I not be know me why wait to be the link between SCNC Southern Cameroon and which will be the fight for university. But that is how he can talk me the release he go bring more anglophone lecturer there for University on Chang. But the gendarme he be tell me one thing. Say he go see me for road, he go kill me. Say picking the leg we they no go let me grow. And that one haunts me for all my life for university. At the enter class that they hide. I not ever live a normal life for university until year 2, where I be just finally just quit because I know for fees stand those threat from the gendarme and those fears say one day they go kill me. Even my own friend and they start beginning to talk about why you be go there, you want problem. Now which kind of thing is so you don't come for school, you never start school, you want to go protest. So it become a stigma for me, for a shame for me, so I be even stand for protest on behalf of my friend and because all man be abandon the thing. So that is the life we grew up. As I leave university, I decided I want to travel for come up for that country because I be right how they call it a NAM. I be right ENS. They announce my name for day. Time will go for Yaoundé. They don't move my name for day. Those politics and for that country. Now the thing that way me too around suffer like a number anglophone. So I end up for take money from my papa say I want travel. I take passport for one of my family member where we get visa for America, but you know one go there. I reach for America, then deny me entry. I come back, take part of that money, make docky them for some of my friend the way they be stranded for university or for Yaoundé, then can't travel for China. Then pay me back money. Now that money I use and decide for travel for go for France. As I reach for France, I see person way if you want to do me some very good business, so bring me for Hong Kong. Now so I find myself for Hong Kong. For inside Hong Kong, I start experience discrimination as a black man. We fight for that one to say we can't get legislation for year where them ban racial discrimination. It will be a very big success for me, and I realize how government work and how if we do transform a government for implement right policy them. Because of those inspiration I be getting for Hong Kong with the lawmaker them and our campaign against discrimination, I be decide say well make I also try to do something back for my country, back for Africa. At that time, Cameroon be declared as one of the most corrupt country, the lowest position where did I ever be ranked. And it be almost acceptable. I be read newspaper that they even talk say corruption that even get a prize and not even a way for even fight against certain ills them. So even they be justify corruption. I decide for contact John Fundi, the SDF. He reply me back. We'll get very good discussion, but everyone has to make an open opposition party for here for Hong Kong, a branch for SDF for here for Hong Kong and for China. And I will be interested. I contact Kawala. He will be more engaging, and but unfortunately will not be go anywhere. One of the political party, we now the one for Prince Esoko for Boyade, he to be contact me if we want a branch for here. But all those things, I not be really be interested for political party than I be more interested for pressure groups them. So that is how I was motivated, and I decided to engage in community building in China. I start they request me that they add me for China's group them, because for Hong Kong, for go for China, you need visa. Now, one country, but now two systems. We'll get our own flag, China get our own flag, we'll get our own control, our own passport, then get different passport. So I start engaging with the Cameroon community for inside China. I will be the president for the Cameroon community for Hong Kong. I will be the founder and the president for our Cameroon Union. We will be there for here for Hong Kong. Time we probably be the camp here for can do a private business. We'll be engaged with the embassy for receive it for here. When he enter for here, I'll be talk pigeon for you. It'll be very shocking. They come out give you money, say we'll go celebrate as Paul Bear and camp here. We tell them money, say no, we'll come here and we can submit for them our own proposition for the country. So we'll start engage with the Cameroon government for that level. They will be very impressed and very surprised until we build up good relationship with them. And time way the war for Boko Haram will go on, we mobilize people for China for contribute money for support Cameroon military people the way they be they abandon them for hospital from injury from Boko Haram. When a Zika accident be come out, we also mobilize people them for China for buy medicine and support the victims of a Zika. When I be decide for really fully engage for try for expose corruption, because my main target for Cameroon be being a corruption, I be know the impact of corruption firsthand. The first video, one of the first video the way be come out, we now for around matters and we show how Cameroon gendarme they receive money for driver. Now undercover video that way I be go down for go make them for try for use social media for expose corruption and for fight against corruption for Cameroon. Every morning I be do like a podcast for WeChat, now a chat for China. I talk about politics back home for our people, then educate them, say the diaspora will need to engage back home, we need to be involved if we want to change our country back home. And in many chat group, then they kick me, they drive me from one group to another, say no man in 1 year politics. Even for our ex-union group, for BHS Mancon, instead for day two, I be talk about politics, then can kick me out, say well, no one with politics. For BHS chat group, GBHS chat group too for Bamenda, with all my friends and for the good friends then kick me out of that group then too, because I be over insist for politics. So we no fit just abandon our country. We need to look way for try for influence things them for stop the corruption way we go on. So this is who I am as a nature, and I'll make the part 2 where we go talk about my involvement in the Ambazonian struggle for really define for our people them, where to motivate me, where to make me up for the person who I be. But this is the person who I be. Time where SDF be start for inside Bamenda, I attend all rally where John Fundi did ever call him for Bamenda. There is no one where I ever miss him. One of the first rally then we will be the one started they start block people that they should shoot tear gas them for my 2 day. Now we be start for go begin shoot police them for day. And how we start with rubber gun. How we start now when I be meet being low Tiger. That way Jandan they be there for my 2 junction day for Frontier Street junction day. He come with this strange UN flag. I ask and say, Pa, now which kind of flag they carry? And so it's in a flag for Southern Cameroon. This Cameroon people they are foreigner them for our land. Me gonna leave the SDF. Me gonna follow na Southern Cameroon. The people they me gonna make sure say me they no ever sleep. Me they no remain for that junction. That pa I take that pa assignment. I make sure say every night we go shoot stone them with rubber gun for make sure say Jandan they know they for my 4, my 3, my 2 onto those areas they be called Baghdad. I will be one of the ringleader then for fight the Cameroon Jandan then for day with my friend then for up Tambese, the one there for my 4, with the one there for up Mundankwe. We'll be just be born, be drawn together for begin stone these Jandan them because we'll not be just like them. With their Kale and all their nature we'll be just hate the system because of the fraud and the discrimination where they began for Frundi. Tanwe SDF it be lost the first presidential election by fraud. The second presidential election, Tawe Frundi be talk say if Paul Biya can make campaign for Bamenda, it could be over a dead body. I will be one of those picking the way they be select them. Me then go fight, me then go shoot this what would call and today say Ponky. John Frundi he be go make Ponky them. This gunpowder they then put inside BB pipe them. Share them for we. Then give me a grenade with one that Ponky. My own job it be been for plant. Now me I be supposed to plant that for my 2 junction there for corner pump. For that night we probably I be supposed to come for Bamenda for the next morning. So that way he come, I will make and go explode for the people that go fear. They no be come out. Picking they be select picking for all quarter for Bamenda. From President Paul Biya at that time, President for La Republic, he no become if he cancel that campaign. Now the only campaign that way no be campaign for Bamenda when that campaign if he start the second campaign for presidential election. Alaska became play with that gunpowder. My papa can catch me with gunpowder for a house. The one key my the one lost my life. Say Usa come out gunpowder. I want bring trouble for inside quarter. So that is who I am as a character. Like Ebenezer Kwanga talk, I've been at the real picking with fire for my skin, for my country. That is who I'm made of. I'll make a part 2 where we go talk specifically about my involvement with the Ambazonian movement so that make our people then know exactly who is Capo Daniel.